Hi.
Hello.
We're live. Here.
Oh my God, you have.
I do.
Oh.
I have an action figure.
You know.
Okay, I'm gonna try and sit down.
Okay. Can you see me?
Bad.
You got me? Okay.
I got you.
Okay. Oh my goodness. This has been we took 3 days off because of Friday's horrific news. And that was it's just brutal.
It's really sad.
Brutal.
Yeah, and the beat goes on, as we say.
Yeah.
I had all my accoutrement. I had my candle that he made me. I had my action figure.
I was thinking about how I was recently in Ginsburg for Halloween because my grandma had the lace
collar, the descent collar.
So I just went one year as that. I was trying to find a picture, but then it was just upsetting.
Yeah, it's a little upsetting.
It's a lot upsetting.
Yeah. But boy, we walked into some good news today, which we should be sharing shortly, maybe in another couple of days.
We hope to be sharing something great with you.
Yeah.
In several days. We woke up to it and we couldn't believe it, but it's true.
It's happening. And on the 24th, we are having Frangela. This week.
I never in a million years thought, like, I've been listening to them for years. And when I think, like, oh, we would have some crazy Facebook Live show that would have them.
I just call up and say, hey, you want to be on the show? And they're like, yeah.
It's so out of the realm of possibility for me. But now I almost think doing this, Brianna, that anything's possible. You know what I mean?
Know.
You know what I mean? Anything's possible, people, if you set your mind to it. For example, I'm making butternut squash soup.
Bravo, Missy. I stuffed my giant squash last night, the one that was the size of a baby. And I have 3 more coming. So I get to save those 3 for Thanksgiving, which I'm super excited about. We may be the only ones at our table, but oh well.
We're going to have food for 3 years. That squash you have looks like an alien pod from the Daughter Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It does, and it was delicious. It's very much like your butternut squash. But whoa, big, really big.
I gotta say, I'm just grabbing a little one here. I'll tell you what I've been doing while we're.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait.
Okay, so I tried to become inspired going to the market today, and I don't know about all of you out there, but a lot of times I don't know what I'm gonna make until I see the actual food in front of me.
Yes.
Date, and then I go, ooh, those look good. I'll make that. You know what I mean? And so I really didn't know. And
that's a throwback to the old days before we were in lockdown. I used to do that all the time, but I very rarely do it now.
Right. And I
go to my own refrigerator and go, what am I gonna make?
Maybe it's a sign. I don't know. So anyway, I'm walking around and I just couldn't, and we got so much food. Like, I have food for like 3 weeks. And I went and I was looking at the organic butternut squash, and they were just beautiful, in season, stunning, perfect. And so I just was like, okay, that's it. We haven't made butternut squash soup. And I like to make it because we are chili, central here. And my cousin Tatiana, who those of you who've been to her magical mystery garden, she gave me like, how many poblanos? She gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 poblanos from her garden. And so I'm like, oh yeah. And I like to put the poblanos in the soup, in the crema, and a little bit on top. That's what I like to do. I like a lot. But some people you can do whatever you want. Yeah. So I've just been sweating some half of a medium onion and sauteing it in butter and olive oil. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of butter and maybe 2 swirls of olive oil. And I'm going to put some salt and pepper in there, 2 dashes.
Okay.
Salt and pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody has to deal with my weird ways.
Just count them.
You know I'm going to sneeze right now. Now I'm going to put a little bit of marsala in there. Probably, I guess I can measure it. Hang on.
You could. You really could measure it.
But you know you don't have to.
It. Look at my little baby pumpkin. Look.
Oh, cute. Okay, this is about an 1/8 of a cup. We might put in more later. I'm not sure. Okay, so the great news about this for all of you is that I've already roasted the vegetables. So I'm just really compiling everything right now.
That she did her mise en place.
Okay, so look at these beautiful things. This is the squash. Okay.
And roast caramelizing.
It caramelizes naturally. It's just, you put it in at like 400. This took about an hour probably, and it's just perfect. And then,
did you wrap it in foil? Did you put it in a pan? What'd you do?
Here's what I did, and I took photos, so I will share those on the recipe post. But what I learned the hard way is that you have to obviously, and I'm going to start scooping this out to put it in the pan here.
Okay.
Everything I'm cooking, but while we're talking, but basically what you do is you cut it in half, you take the seeds out with a spoon, and you make it so that it's, like this, but not cooked. And I rub olive oil on it and sea salt. And then I put down the parchment and roast it, because if you don't put the parchment down, you're going to be scrubbing for a really long time.
Sticky. Yeah.
These are messy. And here, look at this. I mean, this is just so gorgeous. It's so soft and moist. I don't even have to it's instant soup already.
Yeah.
So I'm just squishing it in. I'm not putting in the skin, just inner cooked squash. And I wanted to eat it just like this. It doesn't even need sugar.
Yeah. And you can eat that skin. If you have an organic one, you definitely can eat it.
I mean, I could, I guess, right now.
Oh, yeah. It's delicious. When you cooked it that well, it's soft, and the skin has a lot of the vitamins in it. So it's an organic one.
They're just changing.
How are you going to mush it up?
Well, I was going to use my immersion stick blender, and not do the harder way, which is in the transfer everything to the regular.
Mm-hmm.
But stick blender is easy. Some of the skin is just happening, and I'm not worried about it. But I'm not putting it all in, but I'm putting some in.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm kind of leaving it to chance, whatever naturally is coming off in my spoon.
Okay.
Which is possible. Okay, there's one. Done. One and done. One side.
Woo!
While you're roasting the butternut squash, you can also roast the poblano chilies at the same time. But obviously, they're not going to go as long because they're tiny and delicate. So those are maybe 10 minutes, and you just want to watch them. And you want to make sure that the skin, I put olive oil on them. And
gave them a rub down. I have to stand up, sorry.
Yes. And then you just watch them for the skin to get bubbly, right? And sometimes you turn them over, and sometimes you don't have to. It just all becomes bubbly. It's kind of a phenomenon. And then
Poblano.
And then when you take them out with tongs, immediately put them in to like a glass bowl if you have it, or whatever. You just don't want to put it in plastic.
You close it so the steam releases.
You cover it immediately while they're piping hot, and then right now you're going to see how I'm going to take off the skins really easily, and I'm going to clean them, devein them, get the seeds out, and I'm going to put a little bit in the soup and put a little bit in the crema, and I'll save a few bits to go on to it. So that's Now, here's the other thing about this. The roasting part, it's so worth it to do this as opposed to buying frozen or canned butternut squash. I can't express to you, it's not the same.
No, and so much more flavor this way for sure.
And it's really not hard. You just throw the things in there, they roast,
Walk away, go do some for an hour, make your skin.
You gotta watch the peppers, but All right, I'm just gonna put everything in here to cook down before I blend it, and then we'll work on the peppers. Okay, together. We'll work on the peppers.
Who's asking me for a replay? What are you talking about?
Replay? What? What? Now, let's talk about this for a second. You can do vegetarian version, vegan version, meat version. Like, I will put sausage in this tonight.
Yeah.
But what I will post is, all of this right now could be without butter, without cream. Okay, you don't have to do that. You don't have to use chicken.
Or you could use vegan butter.
I'm using chicken stock and chicken broth, but you could do vegetable stock and vegetable broth. Yeah. Up to you. It's the way it is. Okay, I'm putting in about 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm saving half a clove that I chopped for the crema.
Okay.
Then I'm putting in some smoked paprika, and I'm just going to have to eyeball it. This is about, and you might want to put more on top of it.
That's about
a teaspoon. Now, I just grab things that I think will taste good in this. I'm using a little bit of, I have this green hatch chili pepper powder that is so good. Oh. Big Jim, New Mexico Big Jim, pure gourmet ground green chili powder. Putting in
nice.
Half teaspoon of that. And I got
green chili is so good in butternut squash soup. I love it.
Got that in half. I went down in half and got that. Okay, then we're gonna put in the chicken broth and chicken bouillon. So I think I'm gonna put in 3 cups right now. Now I'll tell you, one of these boxes is always 4 cups. You put in less at first because you want to gradually see how thick it is. You don't know how much moisture is going to be in your squash after you cook it. Every squash is different, just like every person.
Every person is different. Every squash.
That's one of our mottos. Brianna, there's a good one right there.
It is.
Then I'm going to put some raw honey in there. I know it's sweet from being roasted, but I want a little bit more. And I didn't, you could put brown sugar, but I think I just decided I'm going to put honey. So I'm going to put like a tablespoon of that. And then, of course, Brianna's favorite, better than bouillon. Put that in.
So all of that could be vegetable stock if you wanted. Mm-hmm. You don't have, yeah.
100%. And I'm not putting the cream in until the end. But I will put, I bought heavy cream and I will be putting it in.
Okay.
And, not everybody does that. You don't have to do it, but I think that it really, so I'm putting a teaspoon of this better than bouillon chicken flavor.
Yeah, and that's like adding a, like the old fashioned days if you had a cube, like a one bouillon cube.
I don't have a roasted chicken that I can get the great broth off of. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna also put a little bit of ground cumin seed in my mortar and pestle.
Yes, people are squash. That's what it means.
Are people freaking out?
People are squash. They can be zucchini, summer squash, acorn squash, butternut squash, big pink squash.
If you go to your market right now, there's like 10 kinds of squash. It's kind of great.
And pumpkin, they're all squash. Everybody's a squash. Pick your squash.
I mean, I love doing this with butternut because it's a really great flavor of soup. And let's just tell everybody this, with soup, you might not realize it truly, needs, if you want it to have the best flavor, make it a few days beforehand so the flavors can super meld. But the thing is that, we're going to eat this tonight in a half an hour. but you could totally make it ahead and it will be even better.
There you go, spaghetti squash.
I love that spaghetti squash that Dana Goldberg made. I'm going to make that again because I have a spaghetti squash staring at me right now. Okay. Yay. I think I have everything in. Oh, I'm going to put in some chopped parsley in the garden. About probably a teaspoon. I'm chopping it right now. So this is going to just, simmer on the stove while I'm doing the poblano situation, which is making the crema with sour cream, poblanos, garlic, and some salt and pepper. It's super simple. You just put it in a blender and go to town. But it's so yummy,
Can you freeze the leftovers is the question. Who are you asking?
Yeah,
Miss Freezer?
Well, we didn't share with people, or did we? Did we already tell people who are watching that we're gonna do like a month and a half of Thanksgiving food? So you're gonna have your whole Thanksgiving dinner planned on ready, tried, tested, foolproof. Okay. And this could be one of the things,
Yes, I've served that kind of soup in, like, I've baked these little small pumpkins and then scooped them out and served the soup in it. That was my Martha Stewart attempt.
That is a spectacular presentation for Thanksgiving. It's beautiful.
Somebody does in mason jars. Are you saying you freeze your soup in mason jars? Is that what you're saying? I know you can definitely freeze the soup, but I don't freeze in mason jars if I don't have to.
Okay, so here's the sweating poblano.
Oh, sweating poblanos.
Sweating like me. We're the same color. My shirt is a poblano. Let's see if you can see this up close. I took photos, but look, oh my gosh, the scent. They're beautiful little creatures. And so I'm just gonna put the two largest ones in the soup. I'm gonna take. Look at this. The skin just.
Yeah, the skin should just.
It's like I just did a mask at the spa, and it's coming off so easily. No big deal.
It's a poblano mask. There you go.
Poblano mask, and then so you just take off the part. And then you're left with these beautiful skins, and the flavor of roasted poblano is just yummy.
Divine.
So I'm just cleaning these off very, very easy. And then I'm taking out the seeds and the top part, like this.
Are they spicy poblanos?
Nice smell.
I don't know. That's a good question. Seamus just walked in and said, "Nice smell, teenager."
Nice.
Great. Good. This is for dinner.
So you freeze it in mason jars. Good for you. You have to leave a little headroom. So if people do freeze stuff in jars, you have to leave headroom because it expands in the freezer.
I did that with my apricot jalapeno jam I made. And see, because I'm doing the immersion blender, like I'm chopping it up, but it's gonna get completely,
Smusholed. That's the technical term.
smusholed. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so there's one.
Smusholed.
Then we're gonna put in another one, and taking off the skin again. Yeah, this is gonna be so tasty. Now, another great thing to do would be to make those crackers I made the other night for the mushroom soup.
Oh yeah.
Or like homemade bread, or croutons would be delicious with like some kind of cheesy crouton.
I don't know, Lisa, do you compost?
I don't, and I should. I used to always. It's weird with the dogs because unless you have a really safe compost pile,
it has
that's like sealed. Like when I used to have one of those turny things.
Yeah, that's what I have.
And I wish I had that because then I would feel safe with them. But
otherwise you get other critters too, like raccoons and skunks and.
We have a lot of I live in town now. We have a lot of critters that roam the streets.
That's correct.
Okay,
it's gonna get squashed, not shmushola. Oh, okay.
Okay, the second.
I have to stand up. Oh my God, you guys, my back today. Holy mother.
Second poblano chop going in. Okay.
It hurts. Okay.
So then next, we're gonna make this crema so that we can to put it in the fridge to chill down. So I have to go grab my little mini Cuisinart. Right back.
Okay, go get the mini. Here, I'll entertain you with my Ruth Bader Ginsburg action figure.
Oh wait, I'm back. That was 3 seconds.
Okay, never mind.
So I'm just gonna make this poblano situation with half a cup of sour cream and some spices, and peppers, and just put it in the fridge. And I'm just gonna drizzle it on and make some funny designs.
In the meantime, there's 2 things you can know about, people.
Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Better know a ballot. If you go there and you need information about your state, you can find it out there about anything about voting. And if you want to do some work like I did, look, I've been doing this for days, writing letters.
Oh my God, look at you. You're incredible.
Contact Vote Forward. It's votefwd.org, and you can get letters and help send letters. I learned something today about writing letters, about how effective it is. It can move people to go vote by like 3%. That's a lot.
When I worked for the state of New Mexico, I will say this. You think like, oh, I'm going to do that email thing, or I'm going to get my signature on something or whatever. It's not going to matter. You know what? Your representatives look at that stuff. They really, really do. And whether it's a person or a representative or whatever, your voice in a letter or email form really makes a difference. And even I used to think, what's the point of calling, when I was younger, but
they log those calls.
Okay, so 2 poblanos have gone in here with the skin off and chopped. And then I'm putting, that is about 3/4 of a clove of minced garlic in there. I'm going to put some salt and pepper.
And that's in the baby Cuisinart. You're putting that in, right?
Yes. I'm going to put some chives, a little parsley, and some sour.
That for the viewers out there, it's some and a little.
Yeah, just figure it out. I'll put it in the recipe. It's not hard.
And you're welcome.
Listen, people, you'll get to a place in your cooking where you really need to trust your instincts. Yes, you need to put in, recipes, especially for baking and stuff like that. I'm not going to pretend that you don't need to do that chemistry, but I'm just saying there comes a time
for this kind of thing. It's a wing and a wing. It can be a wing and a prayer.
Well, when you're making soup, you learn. You know what I mean? Let's see what I'm doing. I'm totally eyeballing half a cup. That looks like half a cup to me. Or maybe maybe 3/4. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. So it should turn green because I put parsley and chive in there.
Well, and the peppers, right?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah, the poblano, but like you want it to have that beautiful green color against the
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Next, you guys, look, Georgia.
Oh my God. Wow, you're amazing. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little bit of my heavy cream in here. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons because I want it to be a little bit more liquidy than this. This is more tzatziki texture right now. So I'm going to put like 2 tablespoons so you can soften it up. Oh, that's better. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, so you can drizzle.
I got to add that to the recipe. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. So this, oh my God. Awesome. Oh God, yeah.
And you just taste it for salt, right? Oh, are they hot?
A little bit of a kick.
Pretty.
Oh my gosh, you could eat this with like crackers. So
Yeah.
good. Wow. I like it like that, but you know, you could put one in or half one. I put in 2 small ones. That's going to be hot stuff. Okay, putting that to the side, but delicious. Okay. The other thing about sour cream is buy good sour cream. If you're going to have sour cream,
it makes such a difference.
It's just like, you know, for example, our food has become tasteless. I don't know if you remember that Jovial brand flour that I bought for both of us in the panic when we didn't get flour. Okay, that stuff made everything I made with it 10 times better. I don't know why, but it is. Well, I do know why. It's just flavor,
really good. Yeah, it's really good flour.
This is on simmer. I'm taking the stick blender. I'm going to immersion blend this. And this is a beautiful thing. It just, so easy.
The bottom is submerged in there. Otherwise, it's people.
Make sure you have a tall pot so that, you know, you don't get
splashy. That splashy hot stuff. Ouch.
It is beautifully chopping up every single, you know, larger item I would have in here and making it into a beautiful soup. Now, this is one way of doing it. You could also take it in sections, but, you know, it's a pain in the ass to, you know, section this out, put it in your regular, you know, if you have an amazing blender, you could do that. It's just, you know, there's a splatter, you know, sort of scare.
You have to make sure, you have that top with a towel on top.
Yeah.
So you don't get splashed with hot soup.
So I'm going to, this is just looking gorgeous. I'm going to put the rest of the chicken broth in there. That's another cup. So it's 4 cups total.
4 cups, yeah.
And then I'm going to put the cream. And this is just almost done. I mean, it's really easy to put it together. You just want to, the longer it can stay and meld, the better off you're going to be. So I'm going to put right now a cup of cream in, and I'm just going to test it. If that's too creamy for me, this might be enough. or am I a little more?
And that cream, FYI, will help temper the heat of, as will the honey help temper the heat of the chili.
This is so beautiful. Oh my God. And I'm going to make, you know, grilled. I have a Siciliana sausage. It's kind of spicy. I know I like everything spicy, but it's going to be delicious. So, oh my God. That's just like, it's so good. I can make soup, Debriana. Soup. I'm good at soup. But anyways, yeah, this is a great.
Somebody wants to see the soup. Can you bring it over?
Let me immersion blend it a little bit more.
You don't have an immersion blender. You haven't lived. These things are awesome. I can find a fair amount, and it's super easy to use if you want to make your own mayonnaise or for salad dressing. It's a great tool. Well, it's just using the vacuum cleaner.
It creates such an ease with what you're doing because you don't have to remove hot liquid from somewhere to somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just so much easier. So this is getting gorgeous. I have some, this is probably going to cook for another, 15 minutes. And then we're going to eat it. But.
Oh, there you are, beauty. Lovely.
And it will, go down a little bit and meld. And it tastes wonderful right now. But tomorrow it will be, there'll be like 2 bowls left tomorrow, but that'll be lunch. And, it's up to you really what your favorite flavors are. I mean, if you were a cilantro person, you could have put cilantro in the crema.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of people do that with poblanos. I just kept it really simple, and I just love the flavor of cream and the pepper, and a little salt and garlic. But it's up to you. But I don't really need to add anything more to this. It's delicious.
No, and here's the thing too. If you want it, like for me, I've been doing Thanksgiving for so many people for so many years. I have a plan because of course I do. I know what I'm doing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if I were going to serve that soup, I might make that on Tuesday and leave it in the refrigerator so you can get stuff done ahead of time.
This is a great one for that. Your chutneys, anything that needs to have flavor meld before your big dinner.
I make my cranberry sauce a couple days ahead.
Better. It only gets better. So why not?
Somebody thinks they can smell it from afar.
This is going to be so yummy. And this was just a squash a couple hours ago, and look at it now.
And now what? It's a squish squash.
And some people like to, sieve their soup. If you don't like it funky and you want it to be more whatever, I'm totally fine with the way mine is.
I like the rustica.
Me too. And it's just, this is going to be yum. I'm excited. So that's it. I'll post the recipe and the pictures.
Okay.
We're going to eat this now. I'm hungry.
Okay. Well. All right, so I'm gonna say this. Don't forget the cook along.
Yes, remember we pushed
the date. It's now October 3rd. Oh wait, where'd it go? October. I need to do this like I'm not mentally retired. Cook along. Cook along. So don't forget. Go over and get it.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We haven't said that in a while. We have almost 160 subscribers. My, Gen Z kids tell me that's hard to do. So help us get over the 200. We've got to it's free. It's great.
Then you get notices. Woo! And we'll have more news coming out Thursday is Frangela. You guys will not want to miss that. It's going to be so fun. They are so funny. If you don't know them, you are going to laugh and laugh.
These ladies are just so hysterical. They do characters, and they're making their homemade chili, and we're just going to have a great time. I am so
bring a beer.
I can't believe we're having them on the show. I'm stunned. I can't believe we got them. We're so lucky.
I know. We're really lucky. So that's our story tonight, kids.
We'll just keep on blending.
Keep on blending. Keep on, because boy, we need it.
Vote. Register to vote.
IWillVote.com. Check your vote. Better know ballot. You can check everything there. You can find your state and check it out.
Oh my God, Debriana, I forgot to show you this.
What?
My new Christmas ornament.
I have a candle.
It came today.
Of course we do.